मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। Welcome back to our third session on the finer nuances of Vaishnava character. In the last two sessions, we discussed the importance of developing Vaishnava qualities apart from striving to do Shravanam and Kirtanam. We also discussed through various pastimes the importance of cultivating humility, forgiveness, and tolerance, empathy, sympathy, accommodativeness, through various examples of Parikshit Maharaj and Chitraketu Maharaj. Also, we have seen elaborately the story of Ambarish Maharaj and Durvasa Muni. And we also compared Parikshit Maharaj's case with Chitraketu Maharaj's case in apologizing or not apologizing. They're only thinking about the emotions of other devotees. And we also compared the case of Parikshit Maharaj and Indra. We were discussing a devotee regrets for the mistake and also humbly tries to voluntarily accept punishment for one's mistake instead of justifying it, but he tries to rectify it. So we compared several episodes of Srimad Bhagavatam that have a common thread, which is Vaishnava character, where the qualities of devotees are nicely revealed. A devotee who has great character still feels that I lack in my character, I lack in my qualities, I am not up to the mark, I am more fallen than Jagai and Madhai. Yesterday we were discussing how several devotees like Murari Gupta, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, although they are so qualified in various ways, still they think of themselves very unqualified, very in fact disqualified, not only unqualified. But still they understand Krishna's mercy is great. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kavaras Goswami writes a beautiful shloka. Vaigunya Kita Kalita, Paishunya Vrana Pidita, Dainyarnave Nimagnoham, Chaitanya Vaidyamashraye. Vaigunya Kita Kalita, Kita, insect. I am bitten by the insects of Vaigunya, means bad, materialistic qualities. Paishunya Vranapidita, Vrana means some different boils on the body. Paishunya means envy. I have developed so many boils on my body, which is my own envious nature. Vaigunya Kita Kalita, Paishunya Vranapidita, Dainyarnave Nimagnoham. I have immersed myself in this Dainya Arnava. Dainya means humility. Arnava means ocean. Immersing myself in an ocean of humility. Chaitanya Vaidyamashraye. I am taking shelter of Chaitanya Vaidya, the doctor of Lord Chaitanya, the greatest physician, Lord Chaitanya. Please cure me from this disease. So many boils all over in the body. So much envy in my heart. Please remove this envy. And so many bad qualities, materialistic qualities. Vaigunya, please cure me of this material disease. A devotee is more concerned about the shortcomings that the devotee has and feels humble because of having those shortcomings rather than becoming proud of having so many great accomplishments and good qualities. And if a devotee feels that I have no good qualities only, and again, this is not inferiority complex. This is not lack of self-respect. It's a natural tendency of a devotee. However much service the devotee has done, devotee feels that I have not sufficiently served the Lord. I have not sufficiently developed good qualities. And that makes a devotee humble. And in such a humble state of mind, one will be able to chant the holy names of Krishna, as we have seen in the example of Brahma. Brahma, when he was proud of his position, high status as the creator of this universe, he could not understand the glories of Vrindavan. But when Brahma humbled himself, then he was able to understand the glories of Vrindavan. And in such a humble state of mind, he offered worship to the Lord, and the Lord said, you will be deprived of this social status and you will become Haridas Thakur. Then you will become Namacharya. And one is humble, one will be able to chant the holy names of the Lord. In fact, Haridas Thakur became an example of chanting the holy names of the Lord for everyone to follow. He said, I am an insignificant ant. If I depart, what difference does it make to this world? My only desire is, I want to keep your lotus feet on my heart and see your beautiful form and say Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, and give up my body. And Mahaprabhu fulfilled that desire of Haridas Thakur. For a devotee, one's connection with Krishna, devotional relationship with Krishna is more prominent and more important than anything else. No other exalted position in the entire cosmic manifestation is pleasing to a devotee. Tvad bhaktas saritam patim chulukavad khadyotavad bhaskaram merum pashyati lostravat kimaparam bhume patim bhrityavat Chintaratna chayam shila sakalavad kalpadrumam kashthavat samsaram trunarashivat kimaparam deham nijam bharavat Tvad bhaktaha saritam patim chulukavat. For a devotee, saritam pati, even the master or the king of all rivers, is also like chulukavat, a drop of water. Means anything that is grand and beautiful and excited and great in this world doesn't excite a devotee, but devotee feels that anything material is insignificant. Tvad bhaktaha saritam patim chulukavat. Saritam pati, king of all rivers, will become like, will be seen by a devotee like chuluka, a small drop of water. Tvad khadyota vad bhaskaram. Bhaskara, sun who is shining in the sky, can dissipate so much of heat and light. He is like Hadyota. He is like a firefly for a devotee. Merum pashyati lostravat kimaparam bhume patim bhartyavat. Merum pashyati lostravat. He sees Meru mountain and he thinks that it's like a small pebble. Bhume hepatim, the king of the planet, is like Bhartyavat, a servant. Chintaratna chayam shila sakalavat kalpadrumam kashthavat. Chintaratna, even if you give him Chintamani stones, it's like Chulukavat. Chintaratna chaya shila sakalavat. Shila, they are just stones for a devotee. Kalpadrumam kashthavat. Kalpadruma means kalpavruksha, that can fulfill all the desires of devotees. All the kalpadruma can fulfill any desire that anybody can have. For a devotee, it's just like a small piece of wood. Kashthavat. Kalpadrumam kashthavat. Deham nijam bharavat. For a devotee, the entire body itself is like a bhara. Samsaram trunarashivat kimaparam deham nijam bharavat. This entire samsara is like trunarashi, just like a pile of blades of grass. And body is like a bhara that he is carrying so much burden. Why devotee is feeling so many excited things in this world as insignificant? Because bhakti is most significant for that person. You have a beautiful body, that is burden for me. This entire material world is so great. That is like Tranarashi for me. You want to become a king? No, that's Bhrutya. You want to become Bhaskara? It's like Hadyota. You want Meru mountain? Golden mountain you want to take? That is like Shila for me. So bhakti, one's relationship with Krishna, one's devotion to Krishna is of foremost importance for a devotee. In comparison to this, everything else is ehobahya, external. This is external. One such beautiful example of a devotee who considered his relationship with Krishna to be more important than everything else is Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj, he was not a sadhana siddha. He did not develop bhakti by practicing so many austerities or sadhana practices, Shravanam, Kirtanam, etc. He's a Kripa Siddha. Who showed Kripa on him? Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj blessed Bali Maharaj. He offered prayers to the Lord. Oh Lord, can you please make my grandson into a pure devotee? Let him not become very obsessed with his power and position as the king of demons. Let him become a humble devotee. Please show some mercy. You showed mercy upon me by becoming Narasimhadev. You appear in some form to show some mercy on Bali Maharaj. Prahlad prayed like this. Apparently, Prahlad blessed Bali Maharaj. May you conquer the heavens. You know, Bali Maharaj, after Samudra Manthan episode, there was a big fight between Bali Maharaj and Indra. All the Devatas and the Asuras, there was a big fight between them. In that fight, Bali Maharaj collapsed. He fell unconscious. In fact, he died. And his guru, Sukracharya, came and revived him. He used Mrita Sanjeevani mantra and brought Bali Maharaj back to life. And Bali Maharaj became very grateful to Shukracharya. And Shukracharya and all the Brahmanas of Bhrigu dynasty, they conducted a great sacrifice called Vishwajit Yajna and equipped Bali Maharaj with the necessary military paraphernalia with which he could attack Indra and then get heavenly kingdom for himself. So at that time, Bali Maharaj received so many chariots and so many weapons, bow, arrows, quivers he got. At the time, Prahlad Maharaj came there and blessed Bali Maharaj by giving a garland and offering him so many blessings. May you conquer heavens. It seems that Prahlad is going against the will of the Lord. What is the will of the Lord? The Lord wants the Devatas to rule this kingdom and not demons. It is the Lord's universal administrative strategy that the Devatas are supposed to be ruling the kingdom. They should be managing various affairs of the universe by occupying posts in the heaven like Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Yama, Agni, like that. But Bali Maharaj, being an Asura, he is occupying the position of Indra, which is somewhat against the Lord's will, the Lord's set standards. But Prahlad is blessing Bali, just go. I bless you. You go to heaven. And Bali Maharaj went all with this army, with the blessings of Sukracharya, with the blessings of the Brahmanas of Bhrigu dynasty, with the blessings of Prahlad Maharaj. He went to heavenly planets and he conquered Indra without even a fight. Indra saw, where did Bali Maharaj get so much of power, so much of enthusiasm? Just some time back, they are thoroughly deprived of every single drop of Amrit. They participated in Samudra Manthan and Mohini Murti did not allow him to even drink a single drop, and they were thoroughly beaten up, they were defeated, they were cheated, and within no time Bali Maharaj comes back with so much of army, so much power, he's blowing conch shell, inviting us for a war. What's happening? Then Brihaspati told Indra, that is not Bali's power, that is the power of the blessings that he has received from the Brahmanas and from his grandfather Prahlad. Now you cannot defeat him. Nobody can defeat him now. Out. Back on roads. All the Devatas came back on roads. They did not have any courage to even face Bali Maharaj and give a fight to him. They escaped. And Bali Maharaj just conquered the heavens. Ultimately, Prahlad Maharaj's blessings to Bali Maharaj is not to conquer heavens. Prahlad Maharaj's blessings to Bali Maharaj are that you go through whatever you need to go through to ultimately receive the mercy of Vamanadev. If Bali Maharaj has not conquered the heavenly planets, why would the Lord appear as Vamanadev? Why would the Lord ask Bali Maharaj, give me some 2 steps or 3 steps of land? That gives you an opportunity to Bali Maharaj to do Atma Nivedanam and demonstrate his great devotional qualities. So, when a devotee blesses us, although apparently the blessing is on a material plane, ultimately that's a spiritual blessing. A devotee never considers any opulence or any power in this entire creation to be worthy in comparison to bhakti. If that is the priority of a devotee, how can a devotee bless another devotee or another person with material opulence? Okay, may you be prosperous on a material plane. No. The desire of any devotee is for the spiritual prosperity of common people and not material prosperity. This is Vaishnava character. Desiring the ultimate well-being of other living beings, not material well-being. If the material well-being of another person facilitates the spiritual well-being ultimately, then I contribute in that direction. That's the mistake that Bharat Maharaj has done. Bharat Maharaj wanted to offer all kinds of material comforts to the deer, but could not uplift it spiritually. You can give some grass because it is hungry, but he compromised on his own spiritual practices. He kept bhakti aside. He did not practice bhakti, he did not give bhakti, but he is only giving material comfort to the deer. That's the reason for his fall down. But Prahlad Maharaj, he was compassionate and kind upon Bali Maharaj, but that compassion or kindness was not on a material plane, it's on a spiritual plane. He blessed him. May you go through whatever you need to go through to ultimately receive the blessings of Vamanadev. If conquering heaven helps you get the blessings of Vamanadev, may you conquer heaven. But my focus is not on conquering heaven. What's the point of attaining heaven? How long you will be the ruler of heaven? Even if you happen to be the ruler of heaven, you will only be in that position maximum for 1/14th of a day of Brahma, one manvantara period. But most of the times, even that one manvantara period also, Indra will lose his position every now and then. Some demons will come and attack and they will lose the position. The position of Indra is so fragile, they cannot. If Indra's position is like that, Devata's positions are like that, what is our position in this material world, which is in this earthly planet? As human beings, we will live maximum up to 100 years, maximum. That to last, beyond 60, 70 or whatever one's bodily strength reduces. Initially, 20, 30 years we'll go in training and exploring many other things. Active years are hardly 20, 30. So in that we get attached to some position and power and privilege and respect that we receive, and if Indra's position is so insignificant, if Brahma's position is also insignificant, what to speak of that little position we have in this material world? Why should we be obsessed with it? It's easier to discuss these shlokas and say anything in this entire creation is insignificant for a devotee. Nanaka prishtham na chaparameshtam na sarvabhom na rasadhipatyam na yoga siddhir apunar bhavam va samanjasatva verahaya kankshe. I don't want sovereignty over heavenly planets. I don't want Brahma's position. I don't want sovereignty over lower planets. I don't want to become a king of this Bhumandala. I don't want Ashtasiddhis. I don't want Navanidhis. I don't want anything. It's good to memorize the shloka and repeat the shloka. But sometimes there is a desire. Since 3 years I am working in this department. HOD banao na mujhe. Can you make me head of department of this? Within devotional umbrella. Within Krishna consciousness. Yeah, if that is a service, we need to accept it. But not to enjoy the position of being a manager or being a boss or being an authority, but to render service. Prabhupada writes in the 3rd canto, 5th chapter purports, there are 2 kinds of living entities. One category has pure consciousness of rendering service to the Lord. Another category has impure consciousness of lording over this material nature, controlling this material nature. But the 3rd category is a mixed category. They want to serve the Lord also, they want to lord over the material nature also. Such people of mixed consciousness are made into devatas, managers of material existence. You want to control? You can control. You want to serve me? Your control is my service. Right? They are serving the Lord also, they are controlling also. Controllership is their service. But if their controlling tendencies go too much, they go to the opposite direction. Krishna has to pull the ears. Come back. Indra, don't go to that direction. I have given you this position because you have mixed consciousness, so that you can come to this direction of purifying your consciousness. So you want to control? I gave you opportunity to control. You want to serve me? That's a service to me. But eventually, the controlling tendency will go away, should go away, and service tendency should come up. So you need to come to in this direction. But once you are put in this position, if you are going in the opposite direction, I will pull you back. I will pull you back. That's what he does with Brahma and Indra, like that. So sometimes we may have to control as a matter of service. Let that control be seva only, not obsession. Let's not enjoy that position of being a controller, Ishvara. This is called Ishamani syndrome in Bhagavatam's language. Ishamani syndrome. 10th canto, 24th chapter. This Indra had this Ishamani syndrome. I'm Isha. I'm Isha. Who is Isha? Krishna is Isha. So anyways, Bali Maharaj has no desire to control. He has no controlling mentality. After some time, initially he had. But Prahlad Maharaj blessed Bali Maharaj not to become king of heaven, but only to help him ultimately receive the mercy of the Lord. And eventually, when Bali Maharaj conquered the heavenly planets, Aditi, the mother of all the devatas, can we increase the volume slightly, if possible? As the affectionate mother of devatas, Mother Aditi offered prayers to the Lord, and the Lord appeared as Vamanadev, as her son, and Vamanadev went to Bali Maharaj's sacrifice. As soon as Bali Maharaj saw Vamanadev, immediately Bali Maharaj wanted to offer prostrated obeisances to Vaman. He is the Supreme Lord. Thank you, Prabhu. He wanted to offer prostrated obeisances to Vamanadev. But he did not. He was thinking, I am the king of demons. If I publicly express my devotion to Vamanadev, what will the demons think? What will my guru think? Oh my God. I should not be doing it. He restrained himself. But later he thought, nobody knows that he is Vishnu. Only I know. Secondly, although I am king of demons, I am a Kshatriya. He is a Brahmana. When a Kshatriya offers obeisances to Brahmana and washes his feet, nobody will have any objection. And he is a guest, I am a host. So he took that opportunity. He used his intelligence. And he took that opportunity to wash the lotus feet of Vamanadev with devotion. So how did Bali Maharaj develop that spontaneous devotion towards Vamanadev as soon as he saw him first? How could he recognize that he is my Lord? He immediately recognized that this boy, 5-year-old, not 5, I don't know the number, it's not mentioned, but this little child, Brahmana boy, he is my eternal master. And my job is to completely surrender myself unto him. So without doing any sadhana, how did he spontaneously develop that devotion and affection towards Vamanadev? Because of the blessings of Prahlad Maharaj. So he fell at the feet of this boy Vamana and washed his feet, and also he asked him, what do you want? Why did you come here? Whatever you want, I will give you. Then Lord Vamanadev said, I want 3 steps of land. Then he got 3 steps of land. Initially Bali hesitated, you take more, but Vamanadev said, I want only 3 steps. And Bali Maharaj unhesitatingly offered this 3 steps of land to Vamanadev, although Sukracharya was trying to stop him. Sukracharya clearly understood the Lord's strategy. He told Bali Maharaj, he is not a Brahmana boy. He is Lord Vishnu himself. And his plan is to take 3 steps of land and occupy the entire universe with 2 steps and make you a liar and humiliate you by keeping in a position where you cannot even fulfill your promise. Sukracharya completely, perfectly understood the Lord's plan, complete strategy. But he could not understand that the Lord will put his, Bali Maharaj will say, you put your 3rd step on my head. Whatever the Lord wanted to reveal, only that much he revealed to Sukracharya. Although it's very difficult to understand the heart of the Lord, na hiyasya karhichitrajan puman veda vidhichitam yad vijignasaya yukta muhyanti kavayopihi. In their attempts to understand the Lord, even great kavis also become bewildered. Name viduhu suraganaha prabhavam na maharshaya amari adirhi devanam maharshinam cha sarvashah. Krishna says, nobody can understand me. Suragana, maharshis cannot understand me. But Sukracharya understood. He is not a maharshi. He is not a devata. He is a brahmana, that too the guru of demons. He has materialistic tendencies. And he is very self-centric. He is even stopping Bali Maharaj, mainly thinking that if Bali Maharaj gives all his property to Vamanadev, how will I survive? That is his tendency. But still he perfectly understood the Lord's plan. How? Unless the Lord reveals his plan to Sukracharya, why would Sukracharya stop Bali Maharaj? Unless Sukracharya stops Bali Maharaj, how would we understand that Bali Maharaj is a surrendered soul, even at the cost of compromising on his Guru's instruction? So to give that opportunity to Bali Maharaj to reject his Guru's advice to surrender to the Lord, to reveal Bali Maharaj's devotion, dedication and truthfulness, the Lord has created the situation. Let me inspire, let me reveal my plan to Sukracharya, let Sukracharya stop Bali Maharaj, let Bali Maharaj reject his Guru's advice and surrender unto me. Even at the cost of rejecting Guru's advice, he surrendered unto me. It's an obstacle. When Guru says, don't do this, it's an obstacle for his surrender, but he crossed that obstacle. And it's a very major obstacle. And it is because of Sukracharya, Bali Maharaj got that position. It is Sukracharya who revived his life by Mrata Sanjeevani mantra. When Bali Maharaj says no to Sukracharya, it's like being ungrateful. But Bali Maharaj understood. It's not about lack of gratitude. It's not about lack of obedience or submissiveness to my Guru. It is surrender to Krishna. That is more important than every other obligation in this world. Surrender to Krishna And service to Krishna is greater than or more important than any other materialistic obligation that we may have towards any person in this world. So Bali Maharaj understood. It's not a fault to reject Sukracharya's advice. Let me surrender unto him. Now comes the main Vaishnava character of Bali Maharaj. Till now we only saw the mercy that he received from Prahlad Maharaj and conquering heaven. But the Lord cheated Bali Maharaj thoroughly. Initially, when Bali Maharaj said, if you accept charity from me once, you need not beg charity from anyone for the next 10 lifetimes. That much property I can give you. But you are asking for only 3 steps, that too the measurement of your steps, not even my steps or someone else's steps. You are so small. You are not very prudent. You are not very intelligent. You have this boyish intelligence, very childish intelligence. Better ask for something more. Then Vamanadev gave a big lecture on principles of satisfaction, which he himself did not follow. He said that if I am not satisfied with 3 steps of land, I will not be satisfied even if you offer me 3 worlds also. Actually, Lord Vamana is not satisfied. I am not satisfied with the 3 worlds that you have offered me. I want more, I want more. Ani or, he said. The Lord gave principles of satisfaction, which is meant for all of us. It's a bona fide seminar. It's not like Karma Mimamsa seminar that he gave to all the Vrajavasis, that we need not follow. But these principles of satisfaction that Vamanadev spoke to Bali Maharaj, we should follow. They're valid. But the Lord went against his own teachings there to highlight the Vaishnava character of Bali Maharaj. How Bali Maharaj is so dedicated to me. Let me give him an opportunity for Atma Nivedanam. If I cheat Bali Maharaj, if I speak a lie to Bali Maharaj, will he still surrender to me? Will he give up his faith in me? The Lord, I thought you are very truthful, therefore I surrender to you. But you don't seem to be truthful. I'm not surrendering to you. Oh Lord, I thought you are a protector of your devotees. You said Yogakshemam Bahamyaham. Looks like you are not, because you did not protect me. Just Uttara, her husband died, Abhimanyu died. So the Lord did not protect Abhimanyu, although he had the capability. Did Uttara lose her faith? And Kunti Maharani lost her husband, and Kunti Maharani underwent so many difficulties. Did she lose her faith in the Lord? Draupadi was insulted. Did she lose her faith in Krishna? Pandavas underwent so many difficulties. Aho Kashtama, Aho Anyayam. Did they lose their faith in Krishna? Although my devotee is subjected to hundreds and thousands of reversals and temptations and tribulations and tests, they will not lose their faith in me. To prove that, the Lord cheated Bali Maharaj. Many people may criticize the Lord. What kind of Lord is he? He is cheating his own devotees. But the cheating is meant to glorify Bali Maharaj and reveal his glorious character to all of us. Unless the Lord had cheated Bali Maharaj, we would not understand how dedicated Bali Maharaj is, how surrendered Bali Maharaj is. We would not understand the power of Prahlad's blessings on Bali Maharaj. Oftentimes blessings are beyond a giver. What is a blessing? It's not that somebody falls at your feet and you say, I bless you. May you have prosperity, may you have this, may you have that, I bless you. That's not the blessing. The blessing is a genuine, heartfelt desire for the well-being of other person. If somebody looks at you and is pleased with you and desires, may he become a devotee, may he chant the holy names of Krishna, may he have good health, may he have good devotion. So the desire, sincere desire of genuine Vaishnavas is a blessing for us. They may not even utter it, they may not even speak it. May you be like this. Or they may not even have the ability to give us. Now somebody says, may you have good health. But he's not a doctor to give you good health. Even if he's a doctor, he cannot give you good health many times. But the desire is a blessing for us. Because all desires are fulfilled by the Lord. When one Vaishnava genuinely desires for the well-being of another Vaishnava, the Lord is so pleased. And both Vaishnavas are blessed. If you genuinely pray to Radha Nilmadhav for the well-being of another devotee, that's a blessing upon that devotee, and that's a blessing upon you also. The Lord is also pleased with you. Oh, you are selflessly praying for someone else? I bless you. Right? So this is blessing. Genuine desire for the well-being of another person. It's not mystic thing. Oftentimes we desire for some mystical and magical experiences. But blessing is spiritual. When you spiritually desire, blessing is basically invoking the Lord's mercy upon another person. Prahlad blessed Bali Maharaj. Basically, what is that blessing? He prayed to the Lord to give mercy on Bali Maharaj. That is Prahlad's blessing for Bali Maharaj. So Bali Maharaj developed spontaneous devotion, and he offered land, offered 3 steps of land to Bali Maharaj, to Vamanadev. Vamanadev expanded his size. He became so huge. He became Trivikrama. He occupied the entire universe with 2 steps. And he said, where is my 3rd step? Where is my 3rd step? When he said, Bali Maharaj said, you put your 3rd step on my head. Even before Bali Maharaj said it, the Lord Vamanadev is saying that, Bali, you have given me 3 steps of land, but you could not fulfill your promise. This is Anrita dosha. It's the fault of a false promise. For giving this false promise, for not fulfilling your promise, I will send you to hell. I will arrest you. He came to beg charity and he's arresting. He sat on Simhasan and he called Varuna Pasha, and Varuna Pasha completely packed Bali Maharaj like this. Fully, he's arrested. To this degree, Bali Maharaj is humiliated. The Lord cheated Bali Maharaj. The Lord looted Bali Maharaj. The Lord is binding, arresting Bali Maharaj and ridiculing him, and then speaking very tough, harsh words. And Bali Maharaj, and on top of it, Prahlad Maharaj came there. Bali Maharaj bent his head low. Why? My grandfather Prahlad had so many hopes on me. But now that the Lord has arrested me with this Varuna Pasha, I have let down my grandfather. He'll feel ashamed of my connection with him. He will understand that I must have done some mistake. That's why the Lord has arrested me. And that pains the heart of Prahlad Maharaj. Therefore, the Lord, Bali Maharaj bent his head low out of shame. And Bali Maharaj also said, oh Lord, I don't have anything, all this property, position, wife, children, all these are Maya. He said that. Then his wife came there. His wife Vindhyavali came there. Oh, Bali Maharaj. Then she offered a prayer to Vamanadev. My dear Lord, my husband thinks that he is the boss of this material world. And he's thinking that he is giving up these 3 worlds to you. He is not the boss in the first place. He is not the proprietor. But he is taking pride in offering that property to you, saying that it's all Maya, I just give it to you. See, wife also is humiliating him. Wife is humiliating him. Guru cursed him. And the Lord is arresting him. And all the demons, they were all saying, our king has gone crazy. Why did he offer land to Vamanadev? So they were also criticizing. And they tried to attack Vamanadev, and Bali says, stop. He's stopping us unnecessarily. What kind of king is he? They were also not very happy with him. Whole entire creation is not happy with him, except one person. That is Vamanadev. He's happy with him. The Lord has put Bali Maharaj in such a situation, such an awkward, humiliating situation, where he has to bend his head low in front of Prahlad Maharaj. He was criticized by his own wife. Earlier he said, all wife and children and all properties, all Maya, I give them up. But wife comes and says, he thinks he's the proprietor. You are the ultimate proprietor. He thinks he's proprietor. Proper says in one purport. If somebody gives up a big palace and enters the forest, can you call him a renunciant? No. Palace doesn't belong to him. Forest doesn't belong to him. If you change your accommodation from palace to forest, how can you be called renunciant? You know what is real renunciation? Giving up false ego. Giving up false ego is the real renunciation. Giving up property is not renunciation, because the three worlds never belong to Bali Maharaj. Now he says, I have given this to you, I am detached. They never belong to wife, or husband, or children, or family members, or name, fame, prestige. All they belong to anybody? No. As long as somebody is in the body, according to one's karma, he gets connected to different people and thinks that this is my entourage. Atma Sainyam Asatsu Api. This is my Atma Sainyam, this is my entourage. But that entourage doesn't belong to you. That is Krishna's. They are Krishna's people. Krishna has kept your family members under your care so that you get an opportunity for Vaishnava Seva. That's what a devotee thinks. My family members who are devotees of Krishna, I am supposed to render service to them for my purification. That's the outlook of a devotee. Not as my family, my husband, my wife, my children, my people, they are supposed to be obedient to me. I am the head of the family. No, I am servant of all these Vaishnavas. This is Vaishnava Seva for a devotee. So Vindhyavali criticized Bali Maharaj. Then Brahma became very kind. Brahma went to Vamanadeva and said, "Oh Lord, you have sufficiently humiliated him. You cheated him. He doesn't deserve more purification. Please leave him. He's already pure." Then Vamanadeva said that I have done all this only to highlight how tolerant and how humble and how dedicated and how faithful Bali Maharaj is. The Lord creates various situations just to reveal the Vaishnava qualities of his devotees so that we learn from their demonstration of Vaishnava qualities. Then Bali Maharaj said, "Oh Lord, I have given my property to you. That never belonged to me. But what belongs to me is my own heart, my own desire, my own self, my own independence, my own free will, which that also you only have bestowed upon me, but I am surrendering that to you now. With my intelligence, with my independence, I choose to offer myself to you." Bhakti is not just offering something to Krishna. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yomi bhaktya prayachati. Bhakti is not offering something to Krishna. Bhakti is offering oneself to Krishna. Not something that belongs to us, but offering ourselves to Krishna. So he said, "You accept me. Put your feet on my head." If Lord Vamanadeva's foot can occupy half of the universe, his 2 feet occupied the entire universe, how can Bali Maharaj's head suffice for the third step? Bali Maharaj's head is as big as half of the universe, or what? He expanded himself. Govardhan expanded himself to accommodate all the Vrajavasis under him. But Bali Maharaj did not expand his head. Okay, my head is half of the universe now. It's sufficient place for you to rest your foot. No. Property is not as great as proprietor. He only offered property. Definitely the proprietor is better than the property. So Bali Maharaj is superior to all the 3 worlds. And the Lord is waiting for it. I want you, not the 3 worlds. This is insignificant for me. I want you. This third step is the real offering for me. Give me your head. Give me your heart. Give me your everything to me. So the Lord is waiting for this moment where Bali Maharaj does complete surrender, Atma Nivedanam. The Lord wants our heart, not the 3 worlds. Apparently, you see this whole episode as the Lord cheating Bali Maharaj and taking away all the 3 worlds and giving them to Indra. That's one perspective. But another perspective is, the Lord has just given these 3 worlds to Indra. You enjoy. You are a mixed devotee. But I want Bali Maharaj. He is my devotee. He is my pure devotee. I want him. I want his heart. And I want everyone else to get impressed by his offering of heart to me. I want everyone else to get inspired by his devotion, his surrender unto me. That's what I want. The Lord wanted to reveal the glorious qualities of Bali Maharaj, and he wanted his heart. You surrender unto me. You offer yourself to me. I don't want these three worlds. One outlook is that Indra is the hero of this episode. He's the Devata, he's a demon. Bali is a demon. Indra got the 3 worlds and Bali lost everything. Apparently Indra is the hero, he is victorious in this episode. But Bhagavatam has a different calculation. Those who are defeated are the winners. Those who win are the losers. That is Bhagavatam. Those who are demons are glorious. Those who are devatas may not be so. That's Bhagavatam. In the fight between Vritrasura and Indra, who won? Indra won. Vritrasura lost. But who won the spiritual kingdom Vaikuntha? Vritrasura, not Bali Maharaj, not Indra. And here Bali Maharaj surrendered himself so much to the Lord that the Lord became so impressed with his devotion and said, I will become your doorkeeper. I give all the opulence of all the three worlds to Indra, but I will become your doorkeeper. Just like Krishna said, I will give my Narayani Sena, hundreds and thousands of warriors to you. Duryodhan, take. But I will become driver of, who is that? Arjuna. So who is better? One who got the Lord as his driver and Lord as his doorkeeper, or one who got the three worlds or Narayani Sena? The Lord gives himself to the devotee because the devotee gives himself to the Lord. So when we demonstrate a behavior that is dear to the Lord gives himself to the devotee. Bali Maharaj exhibited great tolerance, great dedication, great respect, great faith in the Lord. And he considered everything else insignificant. His own obedience to his guru insignificant. Because that guru who doesn't encourage surrender to Krishna, who even discourages surrender to Krishna, is not a guru. He is not a proper guru. That such a person is worth rejecting. And that's what Bali Maharaj did. In this way, a devotee doesn't lose faith in the Lord, although the devotee is subjected to so many reversals. In another episode, we see that when Vritrasura attacked the devatas, all the devatas went to the Lord Vishnu and said, Oh Lord, you have descended in so many incarnations to protect us from so many demons. Now Vritrasura is attacking us. You incarnate as another demon. To kill Hiranyaksha, you came as Varahadev. To kill Hiranyakashipu, you came as Narasimhadev. To kill Ravana, you came as Ram. To kill Shishupala, Dantavakra, Kamsa, etc., you came as Krishna. To kill Vritrasura, you come as somebody, some incarnation. Then the Lord said, all these are demons. Therefore I came in some incarnation to kill them. But this Vritrasura is not a demon. Although he is in a demon body, he is a pure devotee of the Lord. My devotee. So I will not come as incarnation to kill Vritrasura. But he has to be killed. I will give you a plan. Go to Dadhichi, ask for his bones, and let the heavenly architect Vishwakarma manufacture a thunderbolt weapon, and with the thunderbolt weapon you kill Vritrasura. In one instruction, the Lord has planned for the death of two Vaishnavas. Dadhichi is a great Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava. Vritrasura is a great Vaishnava. And Lord Vishnu is planning for the death of Dadhichi and Vritrasura. What kind of Lord he is? So the Lord apparently may cause distress to his devotees or cheat his devotees. But still the devotees are so glorious that they don't misunderstand the Lord. The greatest loss in this world is losing faith in Krishna. Losing faith in Krishna's intentions and Krishna's integrity is the greatest loss for a devotee. Although you are subjected to hundreds and thousands of reversals, although you expect that the Lord must save me from all these reversals, and although the Lord is not saving you from any reversals, still you should be faithful. You should not misunderstand Krishna's intentions or integrity. Krishna is Achyuta. Achyuta means infallible. He never fails in protecting his devotees. Although the Lord said, go and take the bones of Dadhichi. Take the bones. Means kill him. So all the devatas went to Dadhichi. Can you please give me some bones? It's not giving some, poha. It is not giving some gold coins or something like that. Give me your bones, means he has to die. As simple as that. Initially Dadhichi said, how can I give my bones? Even if Lord Vishnu has asked. just to joke with them. Finally he said, why bones? You take whatever you want from me. Whatever I have is not mine. It is all meant for Krishna's service. If my bones are useful to you, take it. And the Devatas were taking the bones of Dadhichi. And Dadhichi is not even realizing the pain. Sometimes when somebody, just for blood collection, they put some injection in our nerve, we feel so pain. Eto yamitato Narsimha. We chant Narsimha Arati just when somebody is piercing our hand to take some medicine or just give some injection. But Dadhichi's bones are being taken away. He is so absorbed in Krishna that he did not even realize that his body is being separated from himself. He transcended bodily conception. To reveal how devotee is not bodily conscious, the Lord has arranged this situation. How devotees are so detached. Detachment is not so easy. We say, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam, va jagadisha kamaye. Okay, janam, very difficult. At least dhanam you may be detached. Sundarim you may be detached. But janam is very difficult. Everything is difficult. But if you want to see some gradation in difficulty, giving up followers, giving up position, pride, image, not so easy. But Bali Maharaj, we see that he is popular as the greatest charitable personality, and the Lord proved that he cannot even give 3 steps of charity. He failed, and no more charity for Bali Maharaj. Stopped. Because Bali had that tinge of pride that he's a charitable person, the Lord humbled him and purified him completely. And Bali Maharaj has been humiliated in front of the entire creation publicly. But still, Bali Maharaj did not misunderstand the Lord. He only thought, you are my well-wisher. That's why you have purified me of this pride. Sudama also, same thing. So the Lord and the devotees become grateful to the Lord for arranging certain experiences. Although they are externally, materially unpalatable, they are tasting the Lord's mercy. The situation is not tasty, but the Lord's mercy is tasty. Losing property may not seem tasty from a material plane, but the Lord's chastisement is mercy. I am tasting it. I am tasting the Lord's affection in this chastisement. Even in chastisement, even in scolding, even in arranging a reversal, the devotee only tastes the Lord's affection. Let me taste the Lord's affection. You taste the Lord's affection not only in prosperity, but in calamity also. Whether it is prosperity or calamity on a material plane, ultimately the Lord is affectionate. And Dadhichi never misunderstood the Lord. I worshipped the Lord, but he's planning for my death. What kind of Lord is he? Why did I worship him unnecessarily all these years? He was not thinking like that. The Lord wants my bones? Take bones, no problem. I'll meditate on the Lord. He went back to Godhead. He did not become emotional. I dedicated so much, I trusted you so much, and you are planning for my death. Oh Lord, what kind of Lord are you? And it's not that the Lord, Vishnu has sent an SMS to Dadhichi. They're coming for bones. You please give. I'm sorry. He didn't even give a clarification also. Sometimes you are taken benefit of, you are being cheated. Somebody takes undue advantage of you. They manipulate you. They cheat you. They exploit you. They don't even properly communicate. You feel so cheated. You feel, betrayed so much, isn't it? But how much the Lord has betrayed Dadhichi from an external perspective. He did not even inform him. Directly, Devatas show up one day and say, we want your bones. Vishnu told. Vishnu told. My bones? Are you sure? He's not asking like that. My Lord will never say like that. If the Lord had said it, take it. He had complete faith in the Lord's instruction. And they took the bones of Dadhichi and they manufactured a thunderbolt weapon, Vajrayudha, and Indra picked up that weapon and he went to the battlefield to fight with Vritrasur. Such a long fight. During the fight, Indra dropped his thunderbolt weapon and it fell down from his hands. He could not pick up. I'm a warrior. And dropping a weapon from hands is an insult for a warrior. How can I pick up a fallen weapon? It's insult to me. It's humiliating to me. Indra was egoistic. But what was the instruction given by the Lord to Indra? With the thunderbolt weapon, you kill Vritrasur. But he could not keep faith in the Lord's instructions. But Vritrasura had complete faith in the Lord's instructions. You know what Vritrasura did? Indra, you better pick up the thunderbolt weapon and then throw on me. Even before that, Indra threw his gada. Vritrasura just caught this gada like this, like as if it's a flower petal. So it's like this for him. He just caught it and then threw it, rendered completely useless. And Indra became insecure. If I release my Vajrayudha also, he will make this Vajrayudha as insignificant as that gada. He's not releasing. He's very possessive about this weapon, Vajrayudha. You see, he did not have faith in the Lord's instruction. The Lord has told Indra that this thunderbolt weapon will be able to kill Vritrasura, and this thunderbolt weapon is infested with all the devotional austerities done by Dadhichi. It has the power of the Lord's instruction, it has the power of a devotee's austerity also. In both ways, thunderbolt Vajrayudha is extremely powerful, and Indra is not having faith in the power of this weapon. Maybe I will keep this weapon so that I can use it to kill other lower demons. Looks like it doesn't work with Vritrasura. He's not releasing. He's possessive about the weapon. And later, with Vritrasura's instigation, finally Indra used that weapon to cut one hand of Vritrasura. And at one point he dropped that thunderbolt weapon. Then Vritrasura said, pick it up and then throw it. How can I pick it up? Ego. Earlier possessiveness. Now there is ego. Aham mameti, aham mameti, aham mameti. Because of this, we don't have faith in Krishna. When we are too much caught up in this aham mameti conception, we have no faith in Krishna. And Indra demonstrated a lack of faith in Krishna, while Vritrasura demonstrated complete faith in Krishna's instruction. In fact, the only ecstasy in Vritrasura's life is to be killed by thunderbolt weapon in Indra's hands. No other ecstasy. He did not have Balya Leela. He did not have married life. He did not have position of a king. Nothing he had. He appeared from sacrificial fire, entered battlefield, fought with Indra, died. And only ecstasy in his life is, when will Indra release that thunderbolt weapon? When will I fulfill the prediction of the Lord that I will be killed by the thunderbolt weapon? Let me be killed by thunderbolt. That's the goal of his life. That's the prayojana of his life. Everybody is praying for the death of Vritrasura. All the devatas are praying. And all the demons also left Vritrasura. Initially they accompanied Vritrasura to fight with the devatas. But seeing the devatas' power, all the demons ran away. Vritrasura gave a motivation class to them. You should not run away like that. There are only two glorious deaths for a Kshatriya. One is to be killed on the battlefield. Second is to meditate on the Lord and go to the spiritual world. I am sure you will never do the second option. You will never take the second option. At least take the first option and die on the battlefield. They did not listen. They left. And all the devatas are against him. And at one point, Indra saw the devotional qualities of Vritrasura and he was not hesitant. He was hesitant to kill him. But some sages came and said, kill him, kill him, kill him. We'll do a sacrifice and relieve you from all sinful reaction, kill him. Sages are against him, devatas are against him, demons are against him. Who is on the side of Vritrasura? Even if he wins, what will he do with that victory? But he knows the Lord wanted me to be killed by this thunderbolt weapon. That's the purpose of my life. Let me die like this. And after dying, where will he go? He'll go to Vaikuntha. This is faith in the Lord. A devotee has complete faith in the Lord's intentions, Lord's integrity. A devotee will never misunderstand the Lord's intentions. Vritrasura or Dadhichi or Bali Maharaj, they exhibited great tolerance. They did not become emotional thinking that the Lord has planned for my death. The Lord has planned for my defeat. The Lord has taken away all my bank balance. The Lord has deprived me of my position, power, privilege, followers. He made me a villain. He made me a buffoon. He made me a fool in front of all the universal celebrities. My wife is ridiculing me. My guru has rejected me. What am I? They don't feel lonely. Prabhupada writes in one purport, devotees are those people who never feel loneliness. Why? Tadrik prema dharanu raga madhuna mattayamanam tume. Even if the entire world rejects them or misunderstands them, devotee is completely in understanding that Krishna understands me. Krishna will never misunderstand me. and they are relishing Krishna's love and affection. So that relish of Krishna's love and affection will nourish a devotee, and he will never feel loneliness. Loneliness is a product of lack of sufficient connection with Krishna, lack of sufficient understanding of Krishna's love for us. That creates loneliness. But devotees don't feel lonely. Dhritarashtra is alone, fighting. There's no loneliness in him. And Bali Maharaj is kind of alienated. At one point, he's the king of all the three worlds. Within a fraction of a second, the Lord has deprived him of all the position, and he made him stand like a criminal, a liar, arrested by Varuna Pasha. But Bali Maharaj is completely prayerful and understood the Lord. And he is a Kripa Siddha. Therefore, the lesson is the important facet of Vaishnava character that we can identify through all these episodes is devotee is always faithful. Whatever reversals or difficulties or calamities may come in the life of a devotee, devotees are always faithful. And this is the example set by so many glorious characters of Srimad Bhagavatam. And we have not discussed many other qualities and many other characters. Compassion of a devotee. Forgiveness we saw a little bit yesterday in the case of Ambarish Maharaj. We saw tolerance today also. We saw faith. We saw humility elaborately. But there are many other Vaishnava qualities of satisfaction and many other things. But ultimately, devotee's inner qualities are what pleases the Lord more than the accomplishments. We have another glorious example of Prithu Maharaj and many other episodes. We can't squeeze everything into 1 hour. Already it seems very dense and fast-paced, right? Sorry if I have bored you or overloaded you, whatever you may call. But these are a few thoughts that just came to my mind seeing the glorious congregation of ISKCON Seattle. You have extracted the words. I don't know. You are empowering me. you are making me speak. I am just a puppet in your hands. I don't know what I was speaking. Thank you very much. We'll conclude here, 7:35. If you have any questions or comments, you can. Yesterday we could not take because I had another class. Today, if you have any questions, you can ask. Based on yesterday's class and today's class, both classes you can ask.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. As you were mentioning Srimad Bhagavatam with Devatas, I was just, as you were talking, I was thinking, how come all the benefits are given to the Devatas, but all the liberation happened to the demons, or like in many ways, right? Like with Krishna, there are all negative demons got liberated, but with Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, Vritasura, they all are pure devotees and they got liberated in a different pastimes. So is the material benefits are causing the Devatas not to have that much of faith, or they have everything? They are able to go meet the Lord. They had all the instructions, but what was lacking, where the other side, where you see from the top aerial view, it feels like demons have given less importance, right? But when you go deeper, you can see that they had great liberation. But what was lacking in Devatas?
Amongst the Devatas, some are mixed devotees, some are pure devotees. Amongst the demons, some are really heinous demons, and some are having some background, devotional background, some mercy. Prahlad Maharaj, although he was born in a demoniac dynasty, he was enlightened by his spiritual master Narada Muni, right within his mother's womb. Bali Maharaj, another special case. Vritrasura, another special case. So that's one category of demons. But some demons are like cursed to become demons. Like many demons that Krishna has liberated in Vrindavan, they are cursed by some sages for some mistakes that they have done, and they became demons, and Krishna liberated them. And some demons, they consciously or unconsciously rendered some service to the Lord, and the Lord showed some special mercy upon them, right? So it's more than categorizing people as demons and devatas. Let's more than seeing their species, more than seeing the origin of their birth, more than seeing the dynasty in which they are born, let's see them as individual souls who have some spiritual journey, right? So the Lord is not merciful upon one clan or one dynasty or one category of people or one race. He is merciful to every soul, and the soul, every individual soul has a journey. Sometimes the soul is in animal species, sometimes human species, sometimes demon species, sometimes devotee species, not devata species. And I'm coming to the devatas condition. Devatas are the appointed administrators of the universe. The Lord wants them only to rule because they're in Sattvagun. So they render a particular managerial service to the Lord, and the Lord values that service, and that is required for the universal administration. But if they also have devotional qualities apart from their managerial capabilities, the Lord is extremely merciful to them. He will send them to Goloka or Vaikuntha. But if their managerial tendencies are more than devotional tendencies, the Lord is merciful enough to give them that managerial position and okay, you run this show, no problem. Till you develop your devotion, I'll wait. But you run this show. That is Lord's expertise to utilize the Devatas' propensities in getting some service done through them. But till they develop pure devotion, the Lord will not bless them completely. He will not give Krishna Prema to them. Let me give an example. Daksha. In the second life of Daksha performed austerities for 5 manvantaras. 5 manvantaras he did austerities. He chanted Hamsa Guhya prayers. And the Lord appeared in front of him. He said, Daksha, you should create now. You should increase the population of the universe. You will give birth to hundreds and thousands of children, and they will also create so many living entities and increase the population of this universe. I am very pleased with you. I am very happy with your service. You are glorious, this and that. The Lord praised Daksha. The Lord gave darshan to Daksha. The Lord blessed him. The Lord even said that I am very pleased with you. But is the Lord really pleased? Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur writes in the purport. Because of Daksha's offense to Shiva, Lord is not pleased with him. And the Lord, instead of giving him prema, he threw him into a whirlpool of karma by giving that kind of service. You see, apparently he received mercy of the Lord, he got the darshan of the Lord, but he did not get actual mercy. But he got an opportunity to use his propensities in the Lord's service. The Lord is merciful enough to give such an opportunity, but he did not give the ultimate blessing because they are not ready for it. So when somebody is in mixed consciousness or impure consciousness, or especially offenders to devotees, the Lord will not bless them with Krishna Prema. So it's not about the Lord's being merciful to one category of people, Brahmanas or Kshatriyas or demons or Devatas. He sees everyone as an individual soul and acknowledges their spiritual development and spiritual journey and blesses them accordingly. Does it answer your question, Madhuri? Any other question? Yes, Prabhu.
What are some practical ways to atone for devotees in Kali Yuga?
Chant the holy names of Krishna. These are not my words. 6th canto of Bhagavatam, 2nd chapter, Vishnu Dutasya. All Prayashchittam is accomplished by chanting the holy names of the Lord. Of course, with a with a sincere mood. And if you want to do some extra atonement, you can do definitely. Austerity, okay, let me fast, this and that. But ultimate atonement is in taking shelter of Krishna through chanting the holy names of Krishna. Sometimes we may think, I did this mistake, I will do this austerity, I will fast for 2 days, or I will give up some privilege for these many days, and my sinful reaction is nullified. It's not like that. It's not like a transactional. Ultimate atonement is to take shelter of Krishna. What is that shloka? Kechit kevalaya bhaktya vasudeva parayana agham dhunvanti karsnena niharameva bhaskara. If you take shelter of Krishna by bhakti, agham dhunvanti karsnena, whatever sinful activities we have done, whatever reactions we have, all they are dhunvanti, they are completely washed away. Niharameva bhaskara, just like a drop of dew cannot stay in front of the shining sun. And there is one more also. All 6th canto, 1st chapter, 19th sloka. You know that? Gurunam cha laghunam cha. Whether it is small sin or big sin. If you chant the holy names of the Lord, they are completely eradicated. If you do a small sin, according to Karma Kanda, small atonement. If you do a big sin, big atonement. Whether it is small or big, if you chant holy names, everything is atoned. But if devotee wants to take up something extra, then let them take. But ultimately, taking shelter of Krishna is the highest atonement. Chirna nishkrutaha. This is what I was trying to recollect. I forgot. Kali Yuga memory. Chirna nishkrutaha. Very clearly it is said that take shelter of the holy names of Krishna. All atonements are accomplished. All prayashchittas are accomplished. Okay, any other question, comment? Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. This corner and that corner.
I had one more question, but that's okay.
Prabhu will decide.
Okay. So, Prabhuji, when we say like one day of Brahma has like 1,000 yugas, right? 1,000 yuga cycles, right? And Krishna would come in each yuga, in Dwapar Yuga, right? So Krishna comes like 1,000 times.
4,000 yoga avatars.
In each day of Brahma? 4,000 yoga avatars.
14 Manvantara avatars, like that.
Okay. So I was thinking about the Brahma Vimohan Leela. So in one day of Brahma, Brahma would forget 4,000 times. Like Brahma wanted to test Krishna, and he appeared, like he stole gopas and cows. And Brahma is the most intelligent being in the universe. And Brahma would forget again and again in his own day. Or is this just Krishna's?
Again and again forget.
Yeah, I mean, because in one day of Brahma, Krishna would come so many times because...
I think once only he comes, right?
Just in one day of Brahma once? Okay, because there are so many yugas, right, in one day of Brahma?
Yeah, so many yugas are there, but Krishna in his self-same form comes only once in a day of Brahma.
Oh, okay.
Even if he comes repeatedly in multiple forms, the concept of bewilderment can happen at any time. A devotee may get distracted from one's devotion to Krishna at any time because Maya is very powerful. One can get repeatedly bewildered also. That's like general principle. We need to be careful.
Okay, so like Prabhuji, one day of Brahma has 14 manavantras. So Krishna would not come in each manavantra?
He will come in multiple other forms.
Not in Krishna form?
Not necessarily exactly in the self-same form as Krishna.
Okay. Thank you.
You can correct me. Prabhu, is it correct? Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, if I heard it correctly, you mentioned that Prahlad Maharaj wanted Bali Maharaj to have a mercy of Vamana Dev. So before surrendering, and he sent Bali Maharaj to conquer the demigods. So how did Prahlad Maharaj knew about it? Because nobody knew, even the other demons didn't know that he is going to be a Vaman Dev. So how Prahlad Maharaj knew that thing?
Prahlad Maharaj wanted Bali Maharaj to be an exalted devotee of the Lord. He may not be knowing the exact details of how the Lord will bless Bali Maharaj, but he wanted Bali Maharaj to be blessed by the Lord. Even if he knew it is by the Lord's grace, but whether we know the specific details of how the Lord is going to manifest His mercy or not, devotee desires that other devotees get mercy of the Lord, and that's what happened between Prahlad and Bali Maharaj. Does it make sense?
But I'm little puzzled by that Prahlad Maharaj is sending Bali Maharaj to go and conquer the demigods and thinking that he will be blessed by the Lord.
No, okay, got it. When Bali Maharaj is going to conquer the heavenly planets, Prahlad blessed him. Prahlad gave him a garland and he blessed him. But Prahlad's intention is, I want you to develop your devotion to the Lord. May you go through whatever you need to go through to get the devotion. And if conquering the heavenly planets is a stepping stone for you to ultimately attain the mercy of the Lord, let that happen. Right? He's going with the flow of events and he's blessing Bali Maharaj, but definitely his desire is that Bali Maharaj should receive mercy of the Lord. Does it make sense?
Yes, Prabhu. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, one question about, you mentioned the surrender and service are the two most important things. But then you also mentioned that one should chant with sincere mood. So chanting is one of the service we perform towards the Lord. So will that lead us to the surrender, or do we need to do beyond the service?
Chanting, hearing, and other devotional activities that we do, deity worship, all these are expressions of surrender and ways of cultivating that surrender. You cultivate surrender through here, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Archanam, etc., and you express your surrender through that. So in the sadhaka stage, that expression of surrender is a practice, and in siddha stage, that's like innate, intrinsic quality of a devotee. It's very natural and spontaneous for a devotee. So chanting and surrender are non-different in the sense that through chanting you are expressing your surrender and you are also cultivating that mood of surrender by chanting. If one is a practitioner, one is to cultivate that mode of surrender by chanting. And then chanting itself is surrender. So they are like same. Makes sense? Any other questions, comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your classes. When I was just thinking about like the last couple of days, you talked about so many devotees that like had a very high standard, like Haridas Thakur, and like today you talked about Bali Maharaj. And I was just thinking that it seems like a really long road to like, I can't even imagine myself being so surrendered or all the other qualities that they have. And because of that, like it's sometimes easy to feel like, oh, I have no hope, and just like hopeless in like the whole journey. And not just like being sad about that, but sometimes that can turn into like laziness or just being complacent, like, oh, I'll just do my bare minimum sadhana because, oh, anyways, I'm like really far from that. Like, so how do we like?
That's a very good concern, valid concern, practical for everyone. But the solution is that the more we discuss about the qualities of these glorious souls, the more we dwell our minds in their emotions and we own their emotions. The more we discuss about the humility of Haridas Thakur, the more we discuss about the compassion of Vasudeva Datta, the more we keep on hearing and speaking and reading and meditating upon the surrendering mood or tolerance or patience of Bali Maharaj and other devotees, the more we are imbibing those qualities. You know, what is that? The insect, wasp captures an insect, and the insect constantly meditates on the wasp, and then insect becomes wasp, right? So by constant meditation, constant discussion, constant speaking and constant hearing of these good qualities of these great Vaishnavas will keep us in this consciousness. It's like a different world only for us. So we are entering this world. Now we are in the temple campus, in the temple hall. There is an ambience here. All Vaishnavas are there. They're wearing tilak, they're wearing kantimala, they're having this bead bag in their necks, they're chanting, they're taking darshan of the Lord. There's only Harikatha happening here. This is a different ambience. Once you step out, you find yourself in a different ambience. So as much as we keep ourselves in such a devotional ambience, and more than the externals of the ambience, but when we dwell our internal minds by meditating on this glorious Vaishnava qualities as demonstrated by all these great Vaishnavas, we imbibe that qualities. We said Sangat Sanjayate Kama, right? Sangha, association. Sanjayate, it gives birth to Kama, desires. So our desire to develop Vaishnava character is generated, is created, is nourished, is developed, is enhanced by Sangha, association. Association through hearing. Let's hear more and more about the Vaishnava qualities exhibited by these devotees. So then our thoughts are completely immersed in this. Our minds are immersed in these discussions. Then we naturally start thinking and feeling and willing, and all emotions are connected to these things, and our actions are in line with how Bali Maharaj responded, how Parikshit Maharaj responded, how Bharat Maharaj responded, how Prithu Maharaj responded to this incident, how had they dealt with envy, how they dealt with pride, how are they tolerant, Ambarish Maharaj. So the more we discuss about these devotees, the more we are in that consciousness. It's a discussion. It's Macchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayantah Parasparam. In your private conversations also, if you start discussing about the qualities of Bali Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, we are imbibing their character. Sangat Sanjayata comments, you are in their Sangha. We are in the association of Ambarish Maharaj when we are discussing about Ambarish Maharaj. When we are discussing about cricket, our mind is thinking about cricket. When we are discussing about movies, our mind is meditating on movies. When we are discussing about Bali Maharaj or Ambarish Maharaj, our mind is thinking like that. Savai Manaha Krishna Padara Vindayar. The more we discuss, the more we speak, the more we hear, the more we read, the more we contemplate, the more we internalize their mood. We imbibe their mood. Bali Maharaj, all these demons like Shishupal, Dantavakra, Ravana, Kamsa, Hiranyakashpu, they were constantly associating with Krishna in their minds through negative emotions. And they become thoroughly 100% Krishna conscious with a negative emotion, and eventually they attain Krishna. If someone can absorb themselves so much in Krishna through a negative emotion, how much more opportunity we have to absorb in Krishna through a positive emotion. Right? And by the way, if our negative emotion falls below the standard of Hiranyakashipu, we'll end up in hell. But if our positive emotion falls below the standard of Prahlad, we will not end up in hell. We'll get another opportunity to intensify that emotion, like Prahlad, like Yashoda Mata, like the gopis, ultimately Srimati Radharani. Right? So it's discussion. Bodhayantaha parasparam, parasparano kathanam. In the association of devotees, the more we discuss about all these qualities and pastimes, the more we internalize that character. We should not feel hopeless. We can feel helpless. And ask for help of Krishna. And Krishna will descend and offer his help. He will descend on back of Garuda. Bhakta paya bhujanga garuda bani, trailokya rakshamani. To protect all the devotees in all the three worlds, the Lord will descend and he will extend his helping hand. Oh, you are struggling with developing this quality? I will help you. Don't worry. I'll arrange for a devotee. I'll help you. So we need to seek help. Does it make sense? Hare Krishna. Any other question?
So what's the fine line between tolerance and defense in amongst devotees and also outside.
Arjuna said, I'll tolerate all the injustices done by Duryodhan, Dushyasan, Karna, Signa. I think we discussed this in one of our classes also. But Krishna said, don't tolerate injustice. In the name of humility and tolerance, we need not and we should not allow ourselves to get exploited, especially by the outside crowd. We need to stick to this Vaishnava character, tolerance and humility, patience. But when people are taking undue advantage of it, people are using us like doormats. That's the time where you stand up and do something for self-defense. Not out of grudge towards the other person, but out of your own desire to safeguard yourself so that you can practice bhakti peacefully. So that you don't allow yourselves to get into deeper troubles because of their exploitative mentality. Let me save myself from that exploitation and focus on bhakti. Ultimately, all this self-defense is meant to protect oneself so that we are available for bhakti, not for other things, right? But when it comes to the association of devotees, how should we do it? Okay, outside people we understand at least. The answer is different devotees have different preferences and value systems, different ways of responding to situation. Bhagavatam is not just a set of rules or prescriptions or prohibitions where you say, this is the situation, this is how you need to respond. This is the situation, this is how you need to respond. They're very stereotyped responses are not just recorded in Bhagavatam, it's not like a dictionary. Varieties of responses are given. To the same instruction, different subordinates will respond to the superior in a different way in Bhagavatam. Different devotees have responded to different calamities in different ways in Bhagavatam. When Parikshit Maharaj saw Kali trying to kill or trouble Dhara and Dharma, then he picked up his sword to kill him. But when this Brahmana cursed Parikshit Maharaj, he just kept quiet. You see, Srivas Thakur was a pure Vaishnava. He's every day chanting holy names of the Lord, doing Harinam Sankirtan in Srivas Angan. But one envious person, Gopal Chapal, he kept Kali worship paraphernalia in front of his home to prove that he's a Shakta worshipper. And every day, early in the morning, Srivas Thakur opened his home. He found this paraphernalia. You know what he did? He did not do anything to do in self-defense. He called all the neighbors. This is what I am doing whole night. Nobody believed him. In fact, they called a sweeper and then cleaned that place and kept cow dung and said, oh, pure Vaishnava, please go, do your Harinam Sankirtan. But Gopal Chapal got leprosy later. On the other hand, you see Satrajit in the Dwaraka Leela of Krishna, he blamed Krishna. Krishna, you have stolen my Shamantakamani. You have killed my brother Prasenajit. You are greedy. In your childhood, you used to steal butter. When you are grown up, you are stealing manis, Shamantakamani. So he defamed him. He spread rumors about him. What did Krishna do? Yes, I have done this. Come. He did not act like Srivas Thakur. He was defending himself. He went out, found out the Shamantakamani, gave it back to him. Then Satrajit felt guilty and then offered it back to Krishna. Krishna, take it. He said, no, I will not take it. Once you have blamed me like this, I should not touch it anymore. You only keep it. So Krishna responded in a certain way. Srivas Thakur responded in a certain way. Krishna had to protect the honor of Kshatriya dynasty. Okay, and Srivas Thakur is totally detached from his fame. Both are correct. Both are correct in their own ways. Like, anyways, let me not give so many examples. The principle is, you choose to tolerate something when another Vaishnava is speaking something to you, which is not very palatable, which is not very even truthful also. You choose to tolerate it with all good intentions, without developing any grudge towards other Vaishnava. You are correct. You choose to respond in a certain way. Give a clarification. My dear Prabhu, this is not the right thing. I'm sorry, you have misunderstood me, and you give a clarification. That is also right. Giving a clarification and speaking something in self-defense is also right. Tolerating is also right. And even escalating the matter to a senior Vaishnava is also right. What is right and what is wrong depends on your preference, right? Depending on your intention. With what intention are you keeping quiet? Then he was fallen, so ऐसा बोलते रहते. He keeps on barking like this at me. You have so much grudge in the heart, externally you are tolerating, silent, cold. Then that is not a good response. Or you are giving a clarification, but with a clear mindset, right? You are only doing it just to present the facts and not with grudge towards the devotee. That is great. In keeping silent also, somebody may be arrogant. In responding, somebody may be humble also. In responding, someone may be arrogant, and in keeping silent, someone may be humble. All cases are possible. It all depends on your internal consciousness. How exactly you respond in a situation, how much you tolerate and how much you defend yourself depends on your personal choice. But whatever you do, whether you speak up or you keep quiet, with what intention are you doing, that matters. It's all intention. Does it make sense? Anyone would like to add anything? Okay. Thank you very much. I'm very, very happy and grateful to all the devotees at ISKCON Seattle. Last 2.5-3 days, I had a very enlivening association with all of you. Discussing Harikatha with you has been very, very enlivening for me. And also I'm very especially impressed and inspired by the younger generation here who are practicing bhakti so nicely under the guidance of seniors, and especially Arjun Sakha Prabhu and other devotees. So you are setting a great example of inculcating Krishna consciousness in the younger generation, and also personally practicing and doing so many services. I am very happy and grateful to get this opportunity to associate with you. If I have caused any inconvenience to you in any way, kindly forgive me. Thank you very much. So I am leaving tomorrow morning to the next destination for seva there. Thank you very much. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhu. That 2 days actually just passed like a minute. So we wanted to have more time here, but I understand you have services other places too. We pray to Sri Radhanila Madhav that he will give us opportunity and for you to come and offer your services. So with that, let's say 3 loud Hari Bols to Prabhu's service here. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And Prabhu is available for today and tomorrow is leaving. Talk to Rajakripala Prabhu if you would like to talk to him. If you have any questions, he knows his plan. And of course, all the Shravanam, Kirtanam, whatever we did is actually and should end up in service. So we have a service waiting for all of us, right? What is that? Veg Fest, right? This is, we may not be able to give Krishna, but we have desire to give Krishna to them. So Lord will fulfill that, right? And the only one inspiration for all of us is actually His Holiness Harivilas Maharaj. Because of him, we are all trained and we are letting others to train others so that we all become Krishna consciousness. So we have all of Guru's mercies, and locally we have Harivilas Maharaj's vision. And his vision is to give Krishna in different ways, right? So that mercy is always there. That's how we connect many people to this temple, so we should not forget that. So all the Shravanam, Kirtanam, chanting, whatever we do, ultimately should result into a service. And we can do a better service if we do a better chanting. If we do a better chanting means we develop these principles which we had. So let's focus on that. With that, we will be ready for Guru Puja. Please stand up. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Bando muy savadana maate. Bando muy savadana maate. Jahara prasade bhai e bhava toriya jai. Krishna prapti hoy jahar hoy te. Krishna prapti hoy jahar hoy te. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitite Koriya Kya. Arana kori ho mane asha. Arana kori ho mane asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Gati. Je prasade pure sarva asha. Je prasade pure sarva asha. Je prasade pure sarva asha. चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से. चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से. दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेमा भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय जहाँ रचरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेरा जीवाना हा हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया हा हा प्रभु करो दया देहो मोरे पद छाया ए बेजास गुशुक त्रिभुवना श्रीला प्रभुपाद पतित पवना जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पश्चात्यादिशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरा भक्त वृंद चैतन्य नित्यानंद Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Srila Guru Deva. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. Nitya Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki.
I found Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Jaon Shnupada Paramhamsa Padakacharya Stota Shata Shishmati Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki jai Ananda Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai Premi se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Dadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Shri Mayapur Dham ki jai, Ganga Mai Yamuna Mai ki jai, Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi ki jai, Samaveta Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. All glories to the Sambo devotees. All glories to the Sambo devotees. All glories to the Sambo devotees.